In the grainy, nighttime video, journalist Angel Gahona, clad in jeans and a blue shirt, holds up a cell phone and narrates as he approaches the facade of City Hall in Bluefields, Nicaragua, reporting live via Facebook on protests that have rocked the Central American nation for 4 days. Seconds later, a gunshot rings out and Gahona slumps lifeless to the curb. Voices cry his name and someone presses a piece of cloth to his head to try to staunch the stream of blood. Another Bluefields reporter, Ileana Lacayo, confirms that he died before reaching the hospital. Besides Gahona, at least 25 others have been killed since Wednesday in unrest over Social Security reforms planned by President Daniel Ortega's government, according to a human rights group. Dozens more have been injured or arrested. Another tragic day for Latin American journalism. Reporter Angel Gahona shot and killed while covering less than unrest equals https://twitter.com/#Nicaragua #SRC equals #. RIP esta nicaragüense asesinado mientras cubría protestas en Nicaragua less than unrest equals https://t.co/efe6bwfr20 greater than pic.twitter.com/efe6bwfr20 less than, a greater than. In a nationally televised address, he said he is open to negotiations so that there is no more terror for Nicaraguan families, but he said the dialogue would be just with business leaders and not with other sectors of society. He also seemed to try to justify what has been a heavy-handed response by the government and allied groups, accusing demonstrators, most of them university students, of being manipulated by unspecified minority political interests and of being infiltrated by gangsters. What is happening in our country has no name. The kids do not even know the party that is manipulating them. Gang members are being brought into the kids' protests and are criminalizing the protests. That is why they are put at risk, Ortega said. Savage repression. Those remarks appeared to fan the flames, as soon afterward thousands of people spilled into the streets in 7 cities including the capital, Managua. After tensions had calmed somewhat Friday night, we are in the streets asking for Ortega and his wife to go. This has already gone beyond the Social Security issue. Here there have been dead, wounded, and he does not even apologize for his killings or the savage repression against the people, said Mauri Hernandez, one of thousands of demonstrators at a central rotunda. Then carry the casket of Alvaro Manuel Conrado de Villa, a 15-year-old student who died Friday during protests near the Centro Americana University, UCA, to his wake in Managua on Saturday. Alfredo Zuniga, Associated Press, on Friday night, Vice President, First Lady and government spokesperson Rosario Murillo said 9 people had been confirmed dead in the clashes, though the human rights group CENI said Saturday it had counted at least 25 deaths nationwide. Minutes later, news emerged of the killing of Gahona, who worked for the news show Meridiano. In a separate video that he himself filmed, he showed damage to an ATM as riot police advanced up a darkened street. The source of the gunshot was not discernible in either of the videos, but Lacayo was quoted by La Prensa newspaper as saying that police were the only ones carrying weapons at the scene. Dialogue Gate, a prominent business chamber, issued a statement saying its talks with Ortega won't take place until he promises an end to repression, the freeing of detained protesters and respect for freedom of expression. As the authorities have kept off the air one private news channel that is covering the protests, we cannot go into a dialogue if these minimal conditions are not met, it said. There were more clashes at the Polytechnical University of Nicaragua, one of the strongest bastions of the protesters. Anti-government protesters pulled down a statue that is emblematic of the Ortega government at the Jean Paul Jenny roundabout in Managua on Saturday. Alfredo Zuniga, Associated Press, we stand firm. They will not wear us out. Here we will give our all until the government understands that it will not continue to do whatever it pleases. Lombardo Ruiz Picado, a leader of the student protesters, told the Associated Press by phone from inside the school. In the morning, army troops were deployed to Esteli, a city north of Managua that has been a main flashpoint of the demonstrations, to help police repel protesters. State-affiliated media showed images of armed soldiers patrolling the city center and said they were safeguarding strategic concerns after fires at several public buildings. Masked protesters fire from homemade mortars at riot police as another winds up to throw a rock in Managua on Friday. Alfredo Zuniga, Associated Press, the Roman Catholic Conference of Bishops in Nicaragua condemned repression against protesters and urged the government to listen to them and drop the Social Security reforms. A unilateral decision always brings with it social instability. Rectifying decisions is a sign of humanity. Listening is the path of reason. Seeking peace at all cost is wisdom, the conference said in a statement. The reforms, issued by decree, increase income and payroll taxes and make changes to pensions to try to shore up Nicaragua's troubled social security system.